So the next nonlinear data structure is a graph. Graph is also used to represent data, which shows a relationship between the nodes. So here you have a set of vertices and you're going to talk about edge. So here this 1, 2, 3 and 4 are known as vertices, and 1 to 2 there is a connection, right? That connection is known as edges. So in a graph, if suppose a graph is named as G, it will have a vertices and it will have an edge, a set of vertices and set of edge. So set of vertices are 1, 2, 3, 4 and set of edges 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 4 to 3 or 3 to 4. This is how you represent an edge. So V is set of vertices, E is set of edges. So what is an edge? Edge is going to show a relationship between two vertices. So 1 to 4 is related. It is represented in a form of a kind of relation. So each an edge can have a direction. If it is having a direction, it is known as directed graph. And if suppose each an edge will have a weight or a cost or a value. So if it is having each edge, if it has some kind of weight assigned to an edge, then that is known as a weighted graph. So what is a directed graph? If the edge is having a direction, and that is known as directed graph. If an edge is having a cost or a weight or a value, then that is known as weighted graph. So now what is an order of a graph? Order of a graph is how many number of vertices are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vertices are there, right? So that is the order of the graph. Now next one is, what is the size of a graph? Size of the graph is number of edges. So how many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 edges are there. So that is known as size of the. Okay, so next what you're going to learn is directed graph and undirected graph. A graph, if an edge is having a kind of direction, this is known as directed graph. A graph without a direction is known as undirected graph. So there is something called ordered pair and unordered pair. So what is ordered pair and what is unordered pair? So now in directed graph, if you write a pair like 1 to 2, that means there is a direction from 1 to 2. That doesn't mean that there is a direction from 2 to 1. So ordered pair means it is going to specify a pair which has a direction from one vertex to another vertex. So now here there is a direction or there is an edge which is directed from 1 to 2. That doesn't mean that there is a relation from 2 to 1. So that is known as ordered pair. So now here 1 to 2 is one pair, 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, 4 to 1. But you cannot have 2 to 1 or 3 to 2, 3 to 4 because it is having a direction. Whereas in unordered pair, you can have a relation from 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. So you can write 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. So this is known as unordered pair. There is no direction. So both sides it is related. Next what you're going to learn is self-loop. A self-loop is if a vertex, so now if suppose this is a vertex which is 1, and in this vertex if you have another edge which is connected to itself is known as self-loop. So this is for undirected graph. Even for a directed graph it can have a self-loop. So if a vertex is connected to itself is known as a loop. Now next one is known as multi-edge or a parallel edge. So a multi-edge is from 4 to 3 there is one edge, right? So again there is another edge connecting to it. So multiple number of edges connected to a vertex, vertices is known as multi-edge or parallel edge. This can also you can also have a multi-edge or a parallel edge in a directed graph as well. So if there is a direction from 4 to 1, you can also have a direction from 1 to 4. So this is known as what? Multi-edge or parallel edge. Next what you're going to learn is a cycle. You can have a graph can have a cycle. So what is a cycle in the sense? Now if this is a graph which is given, this is forming a cycle, because if you are going to start from 1, it is connected and then it is reaching back. It's all closed, right? So this is a cycle. Now if this is not connected, this is not a cycle. You got it? So if a graph is closed, you know, if you can start from one particular point and reach to that particular point, is known as cycle. Now what is a connected graph? A connected graph is a graph which every vertices are connected each other. So now 1 to 2 there is a connection, 1 to 3 there is a connection. From wherever you're pointing, from that particular state to the other vertices you have to be able to reach. So 1 you can reach 2, 1 you can reach 3. So everywhere it is connected. Now this, if I ask you whether this graph is connected, no, this is not connected. Why? There is no connection with 4. So this is an unconnected graph. It's an unconnected graph. Okay, where there is no connection at all. So this is known as connected graph and unconnected graph. Now next what you're going to learn is a path or a walk. Okay. So now here, if in case if I'm going to ask you, so you can have a path for a directed or an undirected graph. So this is an undirected graph. If I'm going to ask, give me a path from 1 to 3, you can say you can have a path from 1 to 2, you can go from 1 to 2, then you can reach 3 from 2 to 3, or you can have another path from 1 to 4, then 4 to 3, right? Now if this is a directed graph, if suppose I'm going to ask you, please give me the connection or a path from 1 to 4, what are you going to do? You can see 1 to 2 there is a connection. Yes, I can go from 1 to 2. Then 2 to 4 there is another connection. So this is one path. Another path is, can I try 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4? No, it is not possible. Why? Because there is no direction from 3 to 4. Another connection is there. You can go from 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, then 3 to 1, then 1 to 4. But when you see here, 1 is repeated. This is a path. Whereas when I ask what is walk in the sense, this is not a walk. Why? Because it is repeated. So walk is something where you try to avoid the vertex which is already generated. So here this is a walk. Okay. Now